breaking out the bubbles is a New Year's Eve tradition and one of life's little luxuries that doesn't have to break the bank. So as the clock ticks down to 2014, we've asked Peter Smolarz, who's the fine wine director at Willow Park's Wines and Spirits, to give us a lesson in champagne and sparkling wines 101. So welcome, good morning.
Thank you for having me.
I know you have a long day ahead of you. You guys are open until 10 o'clock tonight.
Should be busy.
It should be pretty busy. It is a busy day. Let's talk about champagne versus sparkling. What are the main differences?
Well, so kind of all champagnes are sparkling wines, but not all sparkling wines are champagne.
Right.
So they actually come from a region in northern France. And what makes them special is they create the bubbles inside the same bottle that they're served in. So what we get is lots of tiny little bubbles, but they have to come from that place. So we can mimic that style, but not the place. And that's really what makes the difference, that quality of grapes, that grape backbone. And other sparkling wines are also done in like a tank method or also in Asti method, which is a little lighter, a little easier.
Okay, so it's about the process, and that's what makes champagne a little bit more exclusive.
And the place, of course.
And the place, the region. Okay, so what are some of the other terms that we might see on a label?
Some important terms you're going to see are brut, okay? Brut's very important. That's going to let us know that we're bone dry.
Okay.
Okay, on a Prosecco, you might see something called extra dry.
Okay.
This actually means that it's a little less than dry, so it's a little sweeter. So when you see extra dry, it's going to give you a kiss of sweetness.
Okay.
Or sec, and sec is going to let us know it's even sweeter. So
Okay.
if you got that sweet tooth, sec's where you want to be.
Okay, sec versus brut. Good things to watch out for. What should we be prepared to pay? Like, if you're buying champagne, are you expected to pay a little bit more?
Champagne, bare minimum, if you find a good sale, $40, and
Okay.
it works its way up from there, so it can be quite expensive. But you can spend somewhere in that 20 to 30 zone and get something very similar to champagne. Some
Okay.
of my favorites, something like this, is a Cremant. Cremants in France are a mimic of a champagne, but from a different region, in this case Burgundy.
Okay.
The same grapes, the same style, but a little less time in bottles. So they're a little airier, but a better price.
Okay, and what is the price on a bottle like that?
25.
25, perfect. And how about sparkling? Sparkling is a little lower range.
Sparkling is a little lower. Something like a Spanish Cava is also done like champagne, but you can get it in that 10 to 15 range, which is really quite great. So you get those tiny little bubbles, you get the dry style, but at a better price.
Okay.
And then something like a Prosecco, they max out at $20.
Right.
So that 10 to 20, they're very nice, but they're airier bubbles, they're lighter. You want to throw a liqueur or some fruit juice in there, they're fantastic.
Ah, a Prosecco cocktail. That sounds good. Okay, let's talk about the correct way to open a bottle. Should we get cracking here? Should we crack
think
open
so.
a bottle?
Let's do
Okay,
it.
let's do it. So
Just
what
about
bottle
time.
have you selected?
So this is actually Taittinger. This is a Brut Champagne non-vintage, one of my favorite houses.
It's midnight somewhere. Okay, so go
So what
for
we're
it.
going to do is we're going to release the foil first things first. Okay, you pull your little tab.
Yeah.
We get rid of that foil. Okay, this never goes in the bucket. You just want to get rid of that.
Okay.
Just want to get rid of that. Then you're going to do 6 half twists.
6 half twists. I'm
Okay.
a little fearful at this part. I'm going to stand back.
Very important. Now, I like to leave the cage on like a grip handle. You
Okay.
can take it off. The key is never to let go of this cork.
Okay.
And also never point it at anybody. It's very dangerous.
Yes.
3 times the
There's
pressure in a
in
car
there.
tire in here. Okay, we're going to hold it very sturdy at the top, and we're going to twist from the bottom of the bottle, okay? Very slowly, easing,
Yikes.
and then gripping, okay? And we never want to hear that pop sound. The pop sound is not good,
Why not?
because it's about the angel's sigh. Okay?
Did you hear the angel sigh?
Very nice, right? And what it
Happy
lets you
New Year.
do is not shake your sparkling wine. It won't come out very foamy.
Okay.
So you can get yourself a nice full glass.
A nice full glass. Let's talk about glassware. What are we serving in?
Glassware, also very important. The flute has come a long, long way since the saucer glass of our youth, huh? So what I like is this. This is called the Cuvée Prestige glass from Riedel. And you want to fill it till the foam hits the top.
Okay.
You should get about a half glass. And what this gives us is a little bulb to trap our juice. We get to see those great bubbles coming up the middle. But now when we go to drink it, it's going to hit our nose better. And also, especially with champagne, high acid. So if we have a flat flute, it hits the front of or the back of our palate, we miss all the fruit. This makes our head go back when we have to drink it, really lets the fruit come out, makes it not as tart, a little more balanced.
And really quickly, temperature?
6 to 10 degrees.
6 to 10 degrees. I love it. Peter, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
Happy New
I hope
Year.
you all hear angels sigh tonight while you're ringing in the New Year's